Hey, Dr. Uhrmacher here. Today's lesson is about patient satisfaction, and I'm really looking actually for this to not be so much a lesson to you, but maybe a lesson from you back to me and some of your other colleagues. I'd really like this to be an interactive. Maybe you can share some of your feedback, how you would handle a situation, and I'm going to share a story with you, and so maybe some interaction with this. You know, you can post your comments below, tell me what you've been through, maybe how that's evolved, you know, when you're talking about patient satisfaction now. Anytime, and it can just be one bad day. You know, you can have a bad 5 minutes, or your staff can have a bad 5 minutes. Next thing you know, maybe you have a bad review online. And for a new patient, obviously that's an indicator. Whether it's accurate, I mean, that could have been a 1% thing, but they see that because now when a new patient is looking for a doctor, or whether they've seen your name, they had a referral, one of the things they do very frequently is they go online and they look at those patient reviews. So how you handle these and how you dialogue back and forth can make a real big factor. So today's story, I was in Walmart, not my favorite place. I was taking some tools back though. I worked on my van, and so I had the wrong set of tools, taking them back. I'm waiting in line behind someone in front of me, and it looks like to me they're returning groceries. And I guess I'd never seen that before, and I'm not going to judge someone. It just caught me off guard, I guess. They were returning bananas, which looked like maybe they had a day of shelf life left. You know, they were kind of falling off. They were returning cereal. I saw the guy that was taking the return that worked at Walmart taping one of the cereal boxes back together. And so they were returning these groceries, and they went ahead and the guy refunded them, gave them their money back. They left, and I asked him, I said, were they just returning groceries? And he said, unfortunately, yes. And he said, there's really nothing I can do about it because they had their receipt. And so that's Walmart's policy. If they have the receipt, they can refund it. Now again, that's policy. Obviously, Walmart knows how to do business. They make a lot of money on pretty small margins, but they run it really well. So if that's policy, that's great. That's their policy. They choose to do it. My question to you is, do you have certain policies in your practice like that about certain things? How do you handle those? How do you handle if a patient is dissatisfied? Do you try to make it up to them with an additional visit? Do you give that visit for free? You know, and again, there's no right or wrong about this, but I will have some doctors say, you know what, I provided the service, and so the fees are due for that, and they're going to pay for those. Others will say, you know what, it's not always about being right, it's about being happy, and so they're okay with refunding a visit. Maybe that saves them a bad review. Maybe they'll, you know, I don't know. There's lots of different ways that can go. So my question to you is, and give me some comments down below, and tell me what types of situations have you been in where you've made decisions, and maybe maybe you have a policy, because I know a lot do. There's maybe a no refund policy, and you do give refunds. I've been in that position myself. I have a no refund policy, and I've given refunds. It's not always something I like to do, but if the situation warrants, then I do it, because again, I would rather be happy than right. So by leaving your comments and maybe your situations below, I think you can help out some of your other colleagues. I think it's getting tougher and tougher with patient satisfaction, not because we're not doing our job right, but because there's so many shiny objects out there that the patients can see it, and so it'd be real easy, even if they're slightly dissatisfied, it's real easy to jump ship and go to someone else, or go to, like I said, the next herb from the Orient, or whatever it may be. So please do share a comment, a situation below, and let me know kind of what you've been through and how you'd handle it. I appreciate it. We'll talk to you soon.